The other day when the market decided to fall like crazy, I said, you know what? It's time. Let's buy some more SCHD. I couldn't resist. When the prices go lower, the dividends go higher. And let me tell you, I have not regretted it yet, and I doubt I ever will. But it did get me thinking, how much SCHD do I need to retire? Now, I know looking at me, I probably don't look like I'm ready to retire. I definitely am ready to retire, but it's not going to come for a while. But how much SCHD would I have to hold to make it a reality? What is the actual number I'll need to retire on just the dividends alone? So that's what we're going to calculate today in this video, which I hope you guys enjoy. And if you do, if you like SCHD, if you like growth and dividend investing, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's roll that intro. Just so you guys know where I get my sources from, I simply Googled average income in the US, and the household income is just under $80,000. So I'm going to go with the flat even $80,000 needed in annual income to retire on. This, of course, is for people this day and age, not for us 10, 20, 30 years down the line. With inflation, with cost of wages and cost of living, it's unlikely we would be able to retire on this amount of money a year, but you never know. Even today, it might be a little bit tough, but let's just go with it and we'll see the numbers that it kicks out. Because if anything, I think SCHD is the best retire on ETF for dividends specifically. Just a quick recap. We can see that SCHD is now down from the high by 13.65%. At one point, it was even lower, but it did bounce back up about 4.5%, which is very solid. We zoom out to the 5-year, it's still up 52.86%. But the growth for this ETF isn't just what we love about it, right? We love a lot more things about it. The growth is just the icing on the cake. So we're going to look at the website. I do want to talk about what they are holding because I think that's important for investors to know. And if we're going to retire on this fund, I definitely want to know that they're holding funds that I could hold for my entire life. We are on the Charles Schwab website. Why is Schwab so hard for me to say? Schwab. I should probably edit that out. I'm going to leave it in. We can see the total expense ratio is 0.06%. Very, very low. One of the lowest that I've seen. And sliding down here, check this out. So the top holdings, we have Coca-Cola at 4.5%, Verizon at 4.48%, Lockheed Martin, which has been booming lately, unfortunately, with the worldwide conflicts. We have ConocoPhillips, which I think I have a toothbrush by them. Sponsor me. We have, MO, Pepsi, Chevron, Home Depot, Amgen, Cisco. A lot of pretty solid mom and pop stocks is what I would call these. Consistent growth stocks, not necessarily what the younger generations are super interested in, but that might be a good thing because the younger generation, sometimes we get scared and we sell everything. Not me, but we definitely get a little scared. And this market has scared a lot of people. Enough for SCHD to fall by double digits is crazy. Absolutely crazy. We can also see, I made a video about SCHD a little bit ago, so I'm not going to dive too far into all of the details. I do wish they paid their dividends monthly. I think that'd be a main change to this fund that would get a lot of younger investors more involved because we're greedy and we want our money right away. We like instant gratification. But all in all, it's been really cool to see how SCHD has matched up with some of the best and in some cases even outperformed like we have seen. So I always recommend check out the website. Let me know what you think. But there is a really key detail with SCHD that sets it apart in my mind that I think more people need to think about. Yes, we've been here before. The dividend history is very solid. It's very impressive. The more you zoom out, the more impressive it gets. But there's something else. Growth. The main factor with SCHD is the dividend growth. It is absolutely insane how the dividends just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, look, 2011, you were getting 4 cents. It kicked all the way up to 30. Then we kicked up to 40, to 50, to 70, to 80. And now we're into 90. And because the price is going up, the yield is actually going down. But let's see what the current yield is. They have it at 4.14%, which is one of the highest I've ever seen from SCHD. We can also see the 5-year growth rate of 11.44%, which is insane. This is the growth rate just based off the last couple of years. And we can see it better up here. The trailing 12 months dividend, 4.14%, gets it a B rating. Then we have dividend growth, another B rating, which again, it's 16.7%, which is more than double what the median for all ETFs is. really significant there. CAGR for 3-year, again, 11.26, for 5-year, 11.44, for 10-year, 11.3. So this thing has been growing its dividends since the inception of the fund, and that's what's going to make people a lot of money if you hold it for a very long period of time, on top of the price of the fund going up. So let's find out how much we need to retire on with SCHD and see if it's even viable to hold this as a retirement fund. We are going to just start by increasing our number of shares. The dividend is a low yield, so it's going to be a pretty large number that we're going to have invested, and I'm not factoring in growth. We're going to zero this out, we're going to zero this out, we're going to zero this out. We will do expected annual dividend amount increase. We'll do 11% because that's what we looked at. That's what it was coming back as. We can see growth rate, it's actually 16, but the 3-year is closer to 11, so it's a little more realistic. So that's what we're going to use. It's going to make a huge difference in the end, and it's a major factor into how this is going to perform. Now, DRIP is not on, so the growth rate for the dividend will be less impactful because we need to know exactly how much we have to hold to make per year the dividends we want to retire on. So we can see initially with 10 shares, your ending balance, you're only getting $254 worth, 0 years invested. You're only getting $10.52. We need $80,000. So we're going to quickly pick this up. It's also cool to see with 100 shares of SCHD, you're getting $105 a year. Not bad, plus the growth factor as well. But again, we're going to need quite a bit more than this. With 1,000 shares, if you invested $25,420, you'd be getting $1,000 every single year. Very, very attractive, in my opinion. We're going to kick it all the way up, and let's go to 5,000 shares. Now, it's going to really jump everything. We can see our balance now. We're going to invest $127,000, but for SCHD, with the lower dividend yield than some of the other, REITs and BDCs, we're going to have to pick it up quite a bit. And that's the thing. The growth is the main factor with SCHD, so we really do want to know how it would perform over a 30-year period. But just if we wanted to retire today, let's find out exactly how much we're going to need. So let's go to 50,000 shares, and that's going to kick us up. We're getting closer now. So 50,000 shares gets you it's $1.27 million invested, which is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. The dividends now almost $53,000 every single year. Oh man, we need to go more. I think we're going to do it on this one. We're going to do 75,000 shares, which totals 1.9 million. It's right on there. I'm going to leave it. That's close enough. It's a little bit under 80, but it's a little bit over what the average was, which is phenomenal. So we can see there's your number to retire. If you wanted to retire on SCHD and still keep an income of almost $79,000 every single year, you would need $1.9 million. And I know that that's scary because it's a ton of money. But the real power behind SCHD is that compound annual growth rate, which is why I put out a 10K invested video to showcase that. It makes a massive difference, and I will link that at the end of this video for those of you that are interested. But all in all, if you were looking to retire on SCHD today, you could make $78,929 every single year for $1.9 million invested. Is the trade-off worth it? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And again, this one is growth plus dividends, which I absolutely love, and it makes a massive difference in the end. I hope you guys found this video both entertaining and informative. That is the goal. It's not financial advice, but I am going to be buying SCHD more as it is on these bigger dips, and I'm very, very happy about it. As always, if you found value in this, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe. It helps me grow the channel and make more content for you guys, which I really, really appreciate. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below on your final thoughts on SCHD. And if you enjoyed this video, check these that are popping up on your screen right now, specifically how much money you'd make investing $10,000 into SCHD, which is going to blow your mind. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.